Welcome and thank you for visiting the Foodics accounting platform. Today in this tutorial I would like to take you through the report section, which is here in the margin. And during this tutorial I will be using this margin quite frequently, so please pay attention to which tabs I will be opening. Although I will clearly explain everything as I'm moving through the tutorial. And furthermore, there may be some moments of silence on my behalf, but that may be just because I will be inputting data and analysing data on screen. But once I have done so, I will explain clearly so that everything I've completed and demonstrated is clear for the user. So what I would like to do is give you a short overview of what this tutorial will entail. So just a moment for the overview. So this tutorial is, as I say, regarding the reports function. And this is a report that outlines the financial status of a specific account defined by the user, which can either be debit or credit depending on the transaction carried out in that account. You can search for the details of the account you wish to examine by clicking on the report section, which I will do so now. But what I will do first, I will take you into the account transaction element. So what we'll do, we'll go to the reports, which is here. We'll click financial statements and we will then go statements and balances, which you can see here. So I'm not going to do this any particular order, but I'll start with the statements and balances section, which is here, and drop down here to account transactions. So there's quite a lot of information under this report section, but we're going to move swiftly down to here. So as you can see, we've got the account transactions page open. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to choose the account name and choose the date range. So just bear with me a moment, I'm just going to go through a little bit of data. So as I say, I've got to choose the account name. So I'm going to go with sales and revenue, which should be under 600, yeah, here. So I'm choosing that. And the date range, I'm going to go on a historic date here. I'm going to go 1st of the 12th, 2024. To the 31st of the 12th, 2024. One moment. Yeah. So okay, we've got another option here, filter by branches, select all. We'll leave it at that. So what we can do now is I should be able to click this update tab. Yeah, so we've got a screen here which has quite detailed information, and this is the account transactions from the 1st of December to the 31st of December 2024. So it is possible to customize this report actually by specifying the account name. You can select multiple, so there's options there, various options which I'll just quickly run through just to give you a little bit of insight. You can select the date range, which I have done, and you can filter by cost center, which is over here. You can use the filter to refine the report results, the option, and you can sort by contact, customer, supplier, transaction type, description, reference, or debit or credit. It is also possible to export the report. And to export the report, we'll click on the export option, which is here. And as you can see, we can go CSV, Excel, or PDF. And also you can print, just to demonstrate. There we are. We have the option available on screen to print and save. So that, in summary, is account transactions under the report section. So I've got quite a few similar screens to get through here. So I'm going to move on. And the next subject I'm going to move to is the profit and loss demonstration. So I'll come to that in a moment, which, as you can see, it's here. So I will exit this screen and I will go back to the margin and I will go profit and loss. Okay. So we have the profit and loss screen up here now, and I'm just going to run through a brief summary, just a moment. As I say, there may be some moments of silence here because I am analysing a little bit of data, so just bear with me if I'm silent. And again, I'm going to modify this date range actually. I'm again going to go with the December 2024. To the 31st again. Just to keep everything in sync. Okay. That is correct. Compare periods. Periods 1. Time frame year. That's fine. Okay. Filter by branches. Options. Update. Okay. So I'll update here. Same like the previous screen. I've modified the date, so I will update this because it's currently showing March 2025. So here we have 1st December 2024, 31st of December 2024, and this is the profit and loss statement. So as you can see, there is some significant figures here with the corresponding data to the left. Statistics here, data here. So again, what we can do with this screen, you can customize the report by specifying the date range, which I have done. You can compare by periods and branches, which is here. There are a number of time periods if you want to compare, and you can define the time frame type exactly here, but we've gone by the year, but you can go month, quarter or year, but we're year. You can filter by cost center, and there are options which allow you to display account numbers, decimal places and percentages, as you can see here. We're going decimals. So again, it is also possible to export via CSV, Excel or PDF. And again, there is an option to print, as I demonstrated previously on the previous screen. There is also layout options here, but we'll stay with the current layout as it's very clear. So that wraps up the profit and loss statement. And what we'll move to now is the sales tax report summary. So I'll come to that now. So what we'll do, we'll go back to the margin here, go back to reports, we then go to we're going to go with sales taxes. So we're going analysis. We're going to taxes in this section, and we're going to open the sales tax report summary. Okay. So again, here's the sales tax report summary, and in a moment I will modify this date to keep it synchronized with the previous dates that I've used. So just bear with me. But I am still going to go 2024, but I'm going to go to a different month this time. So I'm going to go September 09, 24 to 30th of November. So quite a longer range. Couple of months this time. Yeah. So we will update. We'll show by tax rate. Yeah, we have options here. I'll just explain this. We can choose the date range and decide how the report is organised by tax rate. So we will actually show by tax rate rather than by tax component or tax type. So we'll keep with this. And here is the tax report. because going by tax rate, it's a universal measure and it's quite clear rather than going by tax component. So tax rates are mostly clearly understood in terms of percentages. So what we have here is the sales tax report summary with the modified date of the 1st of the 9th 2024 to the 30th of November 2024. And as you can see, we have data here and numerics over to the right. So it's quite clear in this layout what we are actually looking at. So the tax components, as you can see here, are the rate, the net, the tax and the gross, which is clearly defined in vertical columns. So again, it's very similar to the previous screen, but what I want to explain again, we have this option here to export via CSV, Excel and PDF. And again, we have the option to print, which I demonstrated earlier, like so. Here is the print screen, and it's quite clear. So what we've also got, we've got also the sales tax report details audit. This report shows the tax amount and the transactions that have been taxed. So what I'll try to do here is show you this one. And again, we'll go with the same data as previous. We'll go 09, 2024 to 30th of November. And I'll update. So, well, yeah, we've got it. So this, as I said, is the sales tax report audit. And what we have is the audited version of the sales tax report, which was when a statement is audited, it means effectively that it is verified and approved. So it's quite detailed, as you can see, as any audit is. It's you know, more often than not, it's like a forensic view of statistics and data. So again, with this, you have the option to export via CSV, Excel and PDF, and again the option to print. So that is the sales tax report audit, and what I'd like to move to now is another another section, which is contact transactions. So to get to this, we're going to go report again here. Contacts. Yep, down here. As I say, the reports tab has quite a lot of options linked to it. So we're going down here, and down to contact transaction summary. So we have this screen. And what we're going to do, I'll just explain what this actually is. This report displays all groups of contacts, customers, suppliers, employees, and allows you to extract the trial balance with transaction for suppliers or customers, as well as account statements for suppliers or customers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with I'll go with the December 2024 date. Actually, I'll just go 1 month here. So the 1st of the 12th to the 31st. Right. We'll display the summary and we'll update. Okay. So contact transaction summary. We have the name of the contacts in question here, as you can see. Account numbers not being inputted here, but the tax number has. There is a debit, a credit, debit, credit, and balance section available to view. So what it does really, what it's showing here really, is the name of the chosen entity, which is in this case employees, the transaction dates, which I've chosen from and to, and you can see the type of transaction that has been performed here, which is debits and credits. The user can specify the following in the report. You can choose the date range, as I have done so. You can filter by cost center. You can filter by branch, filter by description, reference. The columns can be adapted, and the transaction date, description, transaction amount, and balance is clearly visible. So we can actually proceed as before, and I can explain the export option, which is CSV, Excel, and PDF like the previous, and also the print option is available here. I'll just leave that there. Yeah. So we leave that blank for all contacts. As I have done so here, I have demonstrated that this is for all contacts, and in this case, it is all employees. So that is contact transaction summary. And we are now going to move off this screen onto what is called trial balance with movement. So I'll come to that now. So to get to this section here, we will click trial balance with movement. And what this is a report showing the account names from the general ledger, the opening balance, the debit credit transaction activity, and closing balance for each period. So what I'm going to do, like before, I'm going to modify the date here, and I'll stay with December 2024. Yep, to the 31st. So we have the filter by branches option. We're selecting all, and we can update. Yeah. So as we can see, this is a report showing the account names here. Account names, account numbers also, you know, we can identify them either way. Account numbers here, account names. And these are all from the general ledger. Opening balance, debit credit, movement debit credit, ending debit credit, and it's quite detailed. As you can see, there are totals here under each column, and there's significant figures involved. So there is quite a lot of data here. So what I can explain again is the export option, which is standard as before, CSV, Excel, PDF, and also the print option. So that more or less wraps up this tutorial, which came under the report section, and as you can see, there is a significant amount of options here under the report section. So I would encourage the user to really take their time in understanding this section, and feel free to go back over this tutorial as often as you need to. And as you can tell by the way I introduced and performed this tutorial, there really is no need to rush through it, because you are dealing with significant amounts of data and on-screen information. So anyway, I hope this was useful for you, and thank you for your attention, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thank you. Goodbye.